I thank the gentlelady. We now go to the gentleman from Tennessee, Mr. Duncan.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And while I am very skeptical about the government's ability to run our health care system, what I'm more concerned about or object to more is all the sweetheart insider deals that government contractors get under these programs, and all the people and companies that are getting filthy rich off of these programs. And I have an estimate here on the cost of all the technology that was the estimate of OMB as of August 30th, before all the problems surfaced, and they said we would spend $516.34 million on the technology. Now we've seen estimates way above that, and so I have a question about that, about how much all this is going to cost us to straighten this out, and are these going to be continual costs each year? Or are we going to have to spend more and more and more on the technology? But secondly, and a greater concern, I have two stories here, from one from the Washington Post of about 10 days ago, and one from CBS News a couple of days later. And they say the administration knew 3.5 years in advance that these problems were going to occur. The Washington Post story says in May 2010, 2 months after the Affordable Care Act squeaked through Congress, President Obama's top economic aides were getting worried. Larry Summers, director of the White House's National Economic Council, and Peter Orszag, head of the Office of Management and Budget, had just received a pointed 4-page memo from a trusted outside health advisor, warned that no one in the administration was up to the task of overseeing the construction of an insurance exchange and other intricacies of translating the 2,000-page statute into reality. So what I'm asking, and I would welcome comments from anybody on the panel, how much is all this going to cost to straighten out these problems that we now know that we have? And secondly, how long is it going to take when the administration or y'all have had 3.5 years warning that this was going to happen? How much longer is it going to take us to straighten all this out?
Mr. Browner, you seem to be giving the best answers.
I can comment on the cost figure, what we know to date. If you look at OMB documentation, there are exhibits where you report spending by fiscal year, and through the fiscal year 13, so by the end of September, it was north of $600 million spent. Now, I will caveat that by saying that did include IRS costs associated with that and some other government agencies. It wasn't just all CMS and HHS. But your question about what it's going to cost to fix, that's where we're kind of blind to that, and I think that's a key question, how much that will end up being.
All right. Does anybody know if we've spent $600 million already and it's not working? Does anybody have any idea how much all this is going to cost us in the end? Nobody knows?
You know,
what about how long is this going to, then go to the second question, how long is all this going to take if you've had 3.5 years to get ready for this, and we hear all these promises about you can keep your plan, you can keep your doctor, your health care costs or premiums are going to go down by as much as $2,500, and we now know that all of that was false or incorrect. How much longer is it going to take us another 3.5 years to get this straightened out?
I think it's important to note, sir, that Americans are getting insurance today, that the system is passing through and people are registering. And the focus today, as I said in my opening statement, is about continuous improvement and making sure that we make that even better and stronger. And that
well, they're getting insurance, but millions are getting their policies canceled, and millions are getting sticker shock because of premium increases too. But I'm just wondering, what I'm asking about is all the technology. I mean, if we've had 3.5 years that the administration has known that this was going to happen, and they couldn't fix it in 3.5 years, how much longer is it going to take us?
Would the gentleman yield?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, we have two distinguished